Dr. Makali Mulu, what is the feeling in your constituency? And the second part of that question is, how then do we accelerate how the economy is working so that Kenyans can feel the impact that economists like you may see?
Thank you, Sam. The feeling in my constituency is just the same feelings in the rest of Kenya. And when you talk to everybody, because as we interact with a lot of people, they are saying Nikumbaya. That's the term they are using, Nikumbaya. Anybody you talk to. And I agree with my colleague. What he's saying is, you know, statistics are statistics. And we always say statistics don't lie. But the way I look at it is that when you talk about inflation coming down, and I think we have had this debate in the past, we have said the reason why inflation is coming down is because of the supply side of, it's actually a supply-driven kind of inflation, where we are saying, even those Kenyans who are producing food and other goods and services, they are produced, but the demand side of the equation, where those who are supposed to be buying have no purchasing capacity. We talk about disposable income, and we have seen those three young people who are talking about the shoe shining business, where they are saying, I've been sitting here, I've only 3 clients, and more likely I will not get more clients. Just follow that statement. For you to go for your shoes to be cleaned, you must be having some money in your pocket. For you to go for shoe cleaning, you must have, in terms of hierarchy of needs, shoe cleaning I don't think comes even near, in terms number 10, could be number 20. So the question is, if I'm not able to afford food, which is a basic requirement, if I'm not able to get fare to work so that I can make money, if I'm not able, because these are the basic, to give fare to my children to go to school, I will hardly think about shoe cleaning. And why am I not able to do this? Look at the payslip, those who are salaried Kenyans. I can tell you for sure, Sam, and I'm sure my colleagues will agree to me, some of us here, we already have arrears in our mortgage and car loans, basically because the payslip cannot sustain. This government, when they came to power, they introduced what we call the share levy, which is 2.75%.
Yeah. They
brought on board the housing levy, you know the percentage. They have brought in the increase in NSSF, which was not there. And all these things are targeting the payslip. So what has happened to the payslip? The payslip has been reduced to a level where people have no money in their pockets. And when people have no money in their pockets, we might want it or not want it, basic economics. And economics is a social science. So there are things you must flow into place. If you don't get them right, you don't get them right, even if you are the president. The thing is, when people have no money in their pockets, they will not be able to buy goods and services. If they don't buy goods and services, Sam, that will contract production, because those who are producing will not be able to produce because there's no market for their goods and services. When you contract production, you cause a reason for people to be sacked from employment, because why would you have people who are sitting idle, they're not producing? So you reduce employment. People go home, they've been sacked. When people go home, what happens? The taxes you had projected to collect in terms of income tax, you don't hit your target. So it's a circle. You might want it, you might not want it. That's the truth. And that's what we are saying. Anytime you get a leader who is progressive in terms of assessing people, the first thing is you put money to your people's pocket. And as a result of that, you trigger serious economic activities. By doing that, you grow your economy, you collect more income, you're able to talk about reducing. I sympathize with my colleague, Honorable Mbandi, when he says, I will be able to reduce taxes. How do you reduce taxes when the economy is not producing? It's through production that you're able to collect more by reducing the rate, and you have more people paying because they have money in their pockets. What is happening now? What is happening is, majority of us who are Kenyans, we are going to the extent possible to make sure that we avoid paying tax. If I get a small avenue where I can avoid paying that tax, I run with it. So tax avoidance has become an issue. And that's why you see now KRA is saying most of their targets are not being achieved. So these are very basic issues. The other thing is, we are saying money, the economy is growing. But let's look at the distributive aspect of that growth. We have some of our colleagues, and Nyanga has been in Parliament with me for some time, who last term, the 12th Parliament, we could borrow each other 100,000. Today they have chovers all over the place. Have you not seen them, Nyanga? They have chovers. They have bought helicopters, and you wonder, in 2 years, what miracle has happened? As Kanyari come to town, that a miracle has happened and people are
You're saying you're borrowing 100,000 shillings from each other?
From each other, you know, we borrow at times.
Not at times, all the time.
Give me 100K, dash to the constituents, I'll pay you on Monday. That's what happens in Parliament.
Yeah.
Today, you can't reach them. So the thing is, even as you talk about economic growth,
what business are they doing?
We don't know. You'll ask them when they come here.
Government business.
But I'm just stating the basic economics.
Government business.
So what is happening is a lot of this money is going to the pockets of very few people. And in that case, then you find what we call distributive aspect of the growth.
Yep.
So Kenyans are seeing people doing very well at the top, but at the bottom, people are not feeling it. And then the issue of the pending bills, and I think has put it very well.
Yep.
When you go to a small county like my county, and in totality you say, all counties have a pending bill of 200 billion,
Yep.
200 billion pending bill. What it means is there are those small business people at the county level who have supplied their goods and services to the county government, and they're not being paid. Now, the worst of it, Sam, and this is the reality, some of these small business people, the way they do their financing of those small tenders is either by going to the bank or going to the Shylock. And most of them go to a Shylock. Now, you find Shylocks after their neck because they are not being paid. Banks are after their neck because they have not been able to pay. So even the small interest coming from the bank side, it's all your profits. So by the time you are paid, my friend, you have lost your principal capital.
Sure.